Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Office Bloke Daz.
I'm Gaynor.
Two of us today.
Yes.
If Patreon's your thing, check out the link in the description below. Loads of stuff on there. All exclusive to Patreon only. Starts at $3 a month. Full watch-alongs for loads of stuff.
Yeah.
So head on over there if that's your thing.
Yeah.
When the killer is the first to arrive at the murder scene. Well, I think the killer's always at the murder scene. I guess it's the killer's obviously got to be there.
Yeah.
For the murder to have done it. They do say, I've heard some police detectives say things like, if there's a press conference, the killer may be in attendance at a press conference, or something's going on. They always say whether the police might do something, or a funeral. They kind of turn up and things like that, so they're always around. Let's get into this one anyway. Mind of a Criminal, I think. Great channel. When the killer is the first to arrive at the murder scene.
911, where is your emergency?
Hi, let's stay there.
Where are you at?
Wagner?
Okay, what's going on?
I don't even know.
You don't know what's going on?
Is he breathing? Oh my God. My husband's dead.
Okay, is that your husband?
My husband's freaking out, yes. And
Okay.
my friend. My daughter. Elizabeth, get outside.
Ma'am.
She's on the floor. There's blood everywhere. Oh my God, he has a gunshot wound in the back of his head. He's a pillow.
What is your name?
My name is Sherry King.
Sherry. You don't see a gun?
No, I don't see a gun.
Okay. Listen, I need you and your husband to back out of the residence and wait outside for the officers. Do you hear me?
All right.
In May 2017, police in the small, quiet town of Bel Air, Ohio, find a man dead in his basement. A gunshot wound to the head.
Bit strange when you said to the kid, go outside, not knowing what's gone on, and just sort of like sending your kid out. I mean, obviously you don't want your kids to see this.
Yeah.
You know, it might be to go outside of the room they were in.
Yeah,
not necessarily go outside of the building.
Yeah, but if you don't know what's happened, you don't want to send them away.
Yeah, in case someone's still there.
Gun, yeah.
When police arrive on the scene, they meet with the husband and wife that had found the deceased man. David Kinney and his wife Cherry are longtime friends of the victim, 43-year-old Brad McGarry.
I can't not believe that.
How long you guys been looking?
8, 9 years.
Oh, yeah.
My kids call him Uncle. He's supposed to go to the Bahamas with us in August.
Best buds, I think.
Yeah, he's one of my best friends.
He met him at coal mining classes years ago, and we just took him in his family.
I'm trying not to freak out. I'm sorry. I can't not see that. I'm not supposed to see that, man.
What you going to the beginning? How you coming out here?
That right there is a weed eater. Is the whole plant.
Okay. The weed eater?
Yes, sir. We come to the basement door and knocked. Because my daughter knocked on the front door. I told her, I said, Sis, go knock on the back door. She went up and knocked on the back door. The door was open. I went up right behind her. I noticed that the kitchen was scattered. There was stuff all over there. I told my wife, I said, Sherry, something's wrong.
When the police look in the basement, they find the body of Brad McGarry lying face down on the floor with a pool of blood around his head. Brad McGarry was an openly gay man in a small conservative neighborhood. His friends state that he had just ended a relationship with a man named Scotty, but they didn't know his last name.
They stayed with him like that.
He's the last relationship he was in. It was pulled off, and he hasn't been with anybody ever since.
Who was the girl?
No,
It was the guy.
he,
Oh, he was in with the guy?
Yes, sir.
yeah,
Okay, who was the guy?
Scott something.
Oh, man.
Very bad blood there.
I think just the regular relationship, Ricker and Georgia.
While looking around the house, police notice that it appears to have been ransacked. Oddly enough, they notice that nothing has actually been taken. There were multiple newer phones lying around, a large TV, and even money on the floor. Police are convinced that the robbery was staged. The next thought is that it was suicide.
There's always that chance that someone could be looking for something.
Yeah.
You know, if someone has any images or any tapes or any footage of something like that, you don't want people to see.
Yeah.
You don't want it to get out. You might be ransacking the place looking for something.
Yeah.
So you can't just assume that it was a staged robbery at the moment. I think it's a little bit early for that.
No, and a lot of times as well, they're coming in for something in particular. Like we know somebody who got burgled and there was money and stuff, and all they wanted was the keys to the car.
Yeah, car keys. Yeah.
When the coroner arrives, he starts taking a look at Brad's body. It is apparent that there is a gunshot wound to the head, so he asks if there was a gun found anywhere, but no gun was found. Since oftentimes suicide victims fall on top of the gun after committing the act, police roll the body over, but they still do not find a gun.
I don't see a firearm. No, I don't either. They flipped him over, they didn't see a gun. And that's the case. It wasn't no suicide. He's a rigger. Who found him? People outside. David Kenny.
Detectives begin interviewing friends and family of Brad right away, trying to form a timeline and gain as much information as possible as to who may have done this. After getting the full name of Scotty Butler, Brad's recently ex-boyfriend, they head to his house right away to interrogate him. When detectives arrive at the house, his mother answers the door and states that Scotty has been in jail for the past 3 months for violating his probation. Scotty Butler is no longer a suspect, as he had a solid alibi. Detectives decide to take a look around the neighbourhood to see if there are any cameras filming towards Brad's house. Thankfully, one neighbour had a camera that faced towards the street near Brad's house. They would be able to see who came and went from the house. While reviewing the camera footage, they continue to interview friends and family. David had taken some pictures and screenshots that could help detectives in the investigation, so they took his phone to copy the information. The issue the detective is having at this moment is that just the night before, Brad's cousin said something that completely changed the direction of the investigation.
Sunday, we went to Grammy's. We were sitting around the table. It was just me and Brad and Heather, which is another cousin of mine. And he made a comment how this DJ guy, he was coming over. Brad's intent was it was romantic. He made a joke about taking a nap. And it wasn't taking a nap. He was insinuating that they were having sex. It was like quotation marks.
This was Sunday.
This was Sunday.
The day he was killed.
Yes.
What time did he leave?
Between 1:30 and 2.
Really?
Yes, he was supposed to.
Heard that.
He was dropping all the tuxes off. I also know that he was married. They've been married.
Who told you that?
Brad did.
Brad told you?
Yeah. She, being the wife, didn't know all this time. They've been doing this for years. From what I understand, the two of them, Brad and DJ, kind of, I don't know if they laid low or they completely broke up. I guess they call him DJ or David Kenny.
Really?
Yes. The only guy. Yes, it's the only guy he's ever told me about. It's the guy. That's him. That's him.
Goes to show the smallest bit of like evidence to like just maps it all out for you, and that just mentioning that there just sort of like brings everything together. Mad that, innit?
So I'm wondering if it's his wife that's killed him. She's found out, or whether he's broke it off and.
I don't think he's broke it off. I think he might have been using it.
You know what I mean?
The detectives made David believe they took his phone for the pictures he had, but the truth was they were tracking where his phone was when Brad was murdered, as well as finding proof that him and Brad had a relationship beyond friends. When they took a look at his phone, even though he has deleted everything, they are able to see the text messages between David and Brad. Evidence shows that they were in fact in a sexual relationship.
Wow.
They review the phone history and find that David's phone was directly at Brad's house at the time of the murder. They also discover, while reviewing the neighbour's CCTV footage, that David had driven to Brad's right before the murder in his wife's car, then left 40 minutes later. David would then appear again hours later in his truck with his family, delivering the weed eater Brad supposedly wanted to borrow. Police know that David was there when Brad was killed. Now they need to work to get the truth out of David.
Where's your phone putting you at Brad's house the time he got killed? It's past 3.
I was not there when Brad was killed.
You were at his house.
Yes, sir.
I'm the murderer. You were there.
God.
You know exactly when he was killed.
Yes, sir, I know.
You were there when he was killed.
No, sir, I was not at his house when that man was murdered. Sir, I can't.
This is the guy who gets people in trouble.
Oh my God, I know.
We're gonna lose everything. Lose your wife, lose your kids. Tell me. This don't have to be the end of your life. I got a chance to come clean. Look at me. Look at me. We're past it. It's okay. We'll do this together. Tell me what happened.
He sure will. He had another guy with him. I don't know who he was. I don't know his name. I swear on everything.
What happened next?
He went in the garage.
It's okay. Go. Okay, look at me in the eye, bud. Tell me. What happened next?
He was so scared. You heard a gunshot? The guy came running out of the garage. And he got into Brad's BMW.
Okay.
And then I left.
There's a couple things you need to know. Brad's front seat in the Beamer was full stop that he brought from the wedding.
Yes, sir.
He didn't have a passenger.
Sir, that guy went back into the BMW.
Doing this job for many years, the detective knows that people subconsciously hide their face when lying, especially from police. The police also know that Brad's SUV was still at the house and had not left since Brad was killed, so this version of David's story is a lie.
We got to the house. I'm telling you the God honest truth, I'm not. There was another man there. I swear to you, God, to you, I do not know his name. I do not know his name. We did kind of have a little bit of an argument. He shot Brad in front of you? Yes, sir. And he was going to shoot me. But I got scared. I didn't know what to do. And then I left. Oh.
Okay.
I think he knows he's been rumbled by this point.
Yeah.
And
He's just scrambling.
the cop's done quite a good job, to be
Yeah.
fair, sort of like exposing him a little bit. I know he's got everything on him anyway.
Yeah.
But the way he's tiptoed around it for him to sort of like come out and say everything,
Yeah.
you know.
He knew what I looked like. My vehicle was there. I did not know what to do.
What kind of gun was it?
I have no clue.
Why did you call the cops? Why did you do this elaborate story? Why did you put your own daughter in that basement with that boss? You did that.
Yes, sir.
And you knew he was down there. So you, damn it, what's you and your family?
Sir,
Tell me what happened.
I did not kill him.
You knew Brad was dead, and you brought your
I did not know he was dead.
The detective now creates a false story to help David become more comfortable with opening up about what happened. Even though the detective knows David will lie again, he also knows that the truth is getting closer.
I'll tell you something. Sometimes when bad shit happens, people panic. Okay? I got a theory. I think it might have been an accident. I think that maybe somebody was f***ing around, accidentally shot him. I panicked. Didn't think anybody believed him. Was it an accident? Am I right? Drop all this shit and just let it out. Brad deserves it. Brad's family deserves it. Your wife deserves it. Your kids deserve it.
Brad didn't want me to leave my wife for a while. I love my wife and kids to death.
You love Brad too.
I did.
And sometimes you think about leaving your wife for him. Okay.
I told him numerous times, man, I'm not going to leave my wife. Kid me, smacked me around a couple times. He said, "Get you into all of this now, I'm done with you forever." He got real loud with me. You know, kind of like up in my face. He had those little derringers.
Cross the line now. Stop. Look at me. Let it go. Tell me what happened next.
He had it in his hand. Just kind of like waving it at me, you know what I mean?
What's a derringer?
I guess it's some kind of gun, is it?
I don't know.
You have to let us know in the comments. I'm not sure. I've not heard that before. I'm assuming it's like a small brand of a gun.
Okay.
I don't know. Small gun, like a little handgun maybe.
Right.
Telling me, you know, you're up, I'm tired of you, I can't leave my emotions this long and just call it quits. He kept waving it at me, so I grabbed it.
Okay. What happened after you grabbed it?
I pushed him.
Okay. And what happened?
I saw it.
After this statement, David stops talking and asks for a lawyer, and even though he says he shot Brad, he will go to court pleading not guilty. In February 2018, David was convicted of aggravated murder with a gun specification.
If this man was able to do an assassin's job to someone he loved and his best friend, what could he do to his enemy or someone who opposed him?
Kinney, for his part, did offer a brief apology in court, although he made neither an admission nor did he offer an explanation.
I'd like to apologize to the Gary family for all the hurt and pain that I put you through. I never meant for any of this to happen, and I wish I could take it all back. I know all the apologies in the world will never bring him back, but I want you to know I truly am sorry for it all.
The defendant shall serve life in prison without the possibility of parole, plus 3 years beyond life.
Wow.
How long? 30 years.
Prison records indicate that David remains incarcerated at the Belmont Correctional Institution in St. Clairsville, Ohio.
He's somebody who wanted a double life, obviously. You know, he wanted his straight life and his gay life.
Yeah.
And when the gay life come to be exposed, he was didn't like it.
Yeah.
But
wonder how many people there are like that.
Oh, I imagine it's quite a lot.
Yeah.
I imagine there's a few people that sort of like dabble in both sides of the party, let's say, or whatever you want to call it. Who sort of like lead double lives like that, with, especially with a male and then with the wives or the girlfriends, whoever. Yeah. But it shouldn't end like that. No, it's incredible that. Yeah. But even to try and plot it and stage it, like the cop says, you brought your daughter. Yeah. You knew what to expect. You knew what was going to be there.
You knew what she was going to say.
What it didn't mention there, which I would like to have known, is was the wife in on it? The murder, I mean, did she know? When she was on the phone, she sounded pretty panicked. Yeah. Do you know? So I'm just wondering if he staged it to try and think.
I'm thinking that his wife and child didn't know anything about it, and that's when he was going to be exposed. He's panicked.
Yeah, but it's. I think he's. Yeah, she sounded a little bit
because
too.
If she knew, why would he have to kill him?
No, I'm talking about knew the body knew that he killed him. Not knew about the affair or anything. Knew that he'd killed him already. When they turned up at the house, did the wife know he was dead in the basement, or do you think it was all staged by him?
Yeah, I think it was all staged by him.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah. I think I agree with that. Yeah, interesting story. Yeah, I love these true crime sort of stuff.
I do as well. Yeah.
Great channel as well. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you on the next one.
Bye.
Cheers.